This is the Sim Pit. This is Michi Hoyer from ACR Saxby, and welcome for today's episode of F1 2018 Career Mode. The stars of today's show definitely is F1 2018. It has been updated. I think I skipped 3 versions to be honest. I was last time on when it had version 106, I'm afraid. And I saw some updates going on, so it's version 109 meanwhile, which raises the chance a little bit. I got my engineers back on my ear. That would be great. First of all, massive sorry for the big absence. This week. There was so much stuff going on, literally. I came home from Expo literally midnight. Had to go back to work right on Monday. And I also had to do a couple of, over hours or a couple of surplus hours on a Friday. Because there's so much lying on the desk, and I have been on a business trip from Thursday 6 AM to like 11 PM or something. So that nearly cut short all my time I had to do. So I was just giving up some video on demand for you guys, and really wasn't able to put in any live stream. But it's Monday, it's a new week, we have a little bit more time, still a lot of things in terms of Sim Racing Expo 2018 going on, and I might actually do a stream where I show a little bit of pictures and sum up all what I could have done in the vlog on the side, but when I was too busy. So yeah, I will sum up that. We'll show you some pictures, give you some thoughts, give you some insights on what was going on in the expo. Probably do that sometime during the week or maybe on the upcoming weekend. Other than that, guys, let's head into this career mode again. We do have the end of Germany right here. I'm not sure whether there's another invitational event or whether we go straight towards the Hungarian Grand Prix. Yes, K-Doc, Sean is currently moving houses, and I want to create you guys the Sim Racing pit crew from Sean. So he's currently still setting up all his stuff and getting ready in his new home. So there is unfortunately a little bit more downtime where the pit crew is helping to get that being solved by doing some other streams. So do I. So we contribute to him right there. And so for today's program is definitely we're going to have race number 12 around Hungary as we look into what happened in Germany, my personal home Grand Prix last time, and I think I won that race. So rivalry is looking good everywhere. On the next weekend we can finish both rivalries with a big win, which will help us a very lot on becoming a veteran in Formula 1 2018. Also, I do believe we have exactly not too many points, 664. Big reputation gain here on the teams. This is all good. K-Doc, yes, there is actually a lot of difference between F1 2016 and 2018. There is a lot of advanced physics compared to that. So we're looking in the respect level, so we're climbing from a rookie up to a veteran. We definitely want to get towards that purple star. And I'm more dedicated as a sportsman rather than a showman. So, well, when doing YouTube here, I might consider being a bit showman, but usually I'm a sportive guy. Anyway, we have one unread messages. For God's sake, we still got no engineer. And you know what? I can't actually gameplay settings. Okay, can't swap them anyway. But assists, elites. That is everything manual. Yep. Audio settings, audio volume levels. Those are all up. Advanced audio. Talk off. Shift tone. Could put that on. Replay music off. Radio verbosity, everything. Maybe I put that into stereo. I have No idea, really. The only reason I can understand something that's going on is because we enable subtitles. Other than that, really, I have no idea. Alright, let's have a quick look. That is our contract value. That looks good. R&D currently in progress. We have all 4 areas work in progress for Hungary. So there's a big update coming for our car for Hungary. That really looks good. Also, we're fine on all engine wear things. Gearbox could be an issue towards the end of the year. Other than that, it's so funny, tire allocation can only be adjusted before the start of each race weekend. So we're still in the old race weekend, but I can't change anything here. Well, not really. Select? No. Anyway, you have the deset is that zone. Also, K-Dog, what I did is I removed brake pad from here. So if you look at the clutch pedal, I need to hold my desk here. You look at the clutch pedal and then at the brake pedal. That is maximum of the clutch, whereas that is maximum of the brake. So I swapped clutch and brake. So the braking mod is here in the clutch. And so I basically redesigned those G29 pedals to become like a G25 spec pedal, which I felt most familiar with. Yes, K-Dog, I think you still have to set the same here. I would advise to remove all centering spring forces anyway, and just keep them at 0. So you only have the
but some of them have failed quality control.
well, Carl is saying something, but I can't hear it once and ever again. I don't get it. What is wrong with that machine? Anyway, so yeah, you should just have, and I can quickly show you my wheel settings for the FFP. There is no no secret behind it. Control and schemes. Control schemes edit. There you go. That is what I do have. So the wheel dampening on 5, very low, and all the other effects. I should also turn down the on-track effect since the wheel is shaking a lot there. And I could put them a bit up. So that is what you can see right there. Save to the control scheme. There we go. Now we finally go racing, and to be honest with you chaps, for today I went to my team and I was like, guys, can you hand me a setup? I haven't driven 1 lap around here at all, so I've literally no idea what I'm waiting for, what is waiting on me right here. So, oh well. 3 messages, tire allocation. I don't know what it is about this engine spark always keep failing, but apparently that means we can straight ahead go into powertrain and invest those upgrades again. That is a bit of a letdown every single time, literally when there is an engine update. We do lose it due to malfunctions on the development. Anyway, I'm sorry, but kind of forgot to grab my coffee. So here we go.
Okay then, we've fitted some new parts for this session. Hopefully they'll help.
I do not know what the real problem is, that I do not have an engineer. Like, if it is really a problem with the game itself, how can it not be solved just yet? That is something I don't understand, but I'm not into the dev team, so I do not really know what's going on. We have team objectives right here. Fast sector 1, fast sector 2, top speed, low fuel and chain 5 corners. So we start as usual with a track acclimatization program on the medium tire. We drive out of the garage.
pack of rubber
I
out
can't
on
really
track.
wait
Try
to
take it easy
turn
for a couple of
down
laps.
fuel modes. Move out of the way, please. For crying out loud. You know, you have those Windows 10 messages off. Okay, I need to turn that off as well. I'm sorry guys, I'm just... audio, where are the audio? There we are. Advanced. Shift tone off. Main up. If that was the problem...
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Jesus Christ. That is a joke, isn't it? That is a joke. The main audio device is being configured as the Logitech G933. However, in-game it's not. But let's see what happens now. Box this lap.
Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap.
Very nice indeed. So the next issue I now got is the engineer is extremely loud. Oh, for God's sake. Box this lap.
Be careful with...
They do have a new audio voice, that's for sure. I'm sorry, it's just I need to play around a lot with these settings right there to get them back into the point where I want to have them. Music effects, master volume. That's box this lap. Box this lap.
Understood. Stopping this lap.
He's very loud though. Anyway. That means we reduce the speech a bit, don't we? Preferences will be the final adjustment. Not here, but hold on. Alright. So I'm sorry, I had to a little bit care about the game itself, and now I happily will be able to answer your questions again at some point and do some more commentary on what's going on right here anyway. As we're turning up the mix again. Oh, shit. Whoopsie! Sorry guys. Yeah, that was obvious. Well, once again, I'm struggling with that input lag. Well, basically Victor, because I felt like being comfortable with 105 for the first season, I was easily be able to adjust it up to 110 for the next season. The reason is I'm not doing this sim full time and full heart, so I'd rather want to give myself not too much of a pain with preparing for every session. A lot, because I'm time limited anyway. Well, I think I still have to go another lap for purple. Despite this track acclimatization looks pretty good though.
That's looking good. Now let's try for purple.
Well, there you
You'll
go.
get a bonus for consistency if you can chain good corners together.
Very easy to lose it there with the open wing. And rip. Engineer is still a little bit too loud now. Maybe there is a different setting for the engineer anyway. This racetrack is really fun in those cars and also in that game. And here we go for a third attempt then. With that lap probably being even worse points-wise.
Final lap. This is the final lap of the program.
At least we did weight reduction, which is good. Oh, come on. Probably still gonna be very close. And rip. Oh, for crying out loud, need to do it again. This is part of the bat prep, that's for sure. Ooh. Very interesting indeed. Oh dear. Really need to get back into that rhythm. And closing the window here real quick because it's started to become really cold. It's not like it's getting winter, but definitely summer is over. Right, so we have a few spots where we definitely need to improve ourselves.
Our best lap so far is a 1 minute 21.2.
So we go on just on the very same set again. We drive out.
Checks complete.
I will have a look where the audio settings. Advanced. So this is the speakers.
Okay, you're down into P2. Let's push on and try to regain first.
And right here, that I should hear him as well, but I don't. So, oh dear, I'm not really sure what
Good
this...
result last race. Let's try to go one better this weekend.
Can't go better than winning, can you? Reduce the speech a bit more. There we go. Right, finally let's focus on gaming and driving again.
All set. Everyone clear? Car to track.
To be honest with you, the car balance feels off in that way as...
Alright, let's make sure we're hitting those apexes. Once you're comfortable with the position through the corner, then start building up the speed.
I would love to have a little bit more oversteer in the car, well not oversteer, but a little bit more front end grip. Whereas the stability of the car itself, I mean here it feels so understeery off throttle. Despite my differential is already quite low. It might go even lower in the differential and power settings. Maybe that isn't, well not really. It's a good way to approach it. I didn't remember this track having such weird bumps in the last sector. I think that they made that final sector a bit wrong. But it might be a very exclusive opinion anyway.
Seems like we're a bit slow in these corners.
Are we? They missed the exit checkpoint right here. You know, that is the very different I mean. A car is so understeery, and yet the next second you're about to lose it. Rip. You're about to lose it on the throttle, so I need to get some setup adjustment done that fixes this. Whereas I still have to think about what that could potentially be. Probably has to do something with the setup, the suspension geometry. Wow. Definitely too low in the rear. Tyres a bit hot now. Anyway, I have another 3 tries, and I'm gonna do this until I got all purple.
Good work. You seem to have a solid handle on the lap.
Not all
Let's
corners,
try and
but
perfect each turn. Remember that chaining good corners together will give you a consistency bonus.
you know exactly that movement. I'm losing it so easy. Not. Oh, I just thought I will not make it purple because of that slide. Still not really used to that G29 after all Expo wheels. When you do a full weekend only direct drive and load cell brake and you come home and be on your G29, it's like, holy moly. No feel whatsoever. Oh, I'm so pissed now. that one bad sector, two bad sectors. Not that they would make a difference in the end from making this purple, but
Great
finally
stuff. You
purple.
pretty much nailed this circuit. This is a really strong foundation to build from over the weekend.
So we're gonna box it anyway. And I'm gonna have a look on the suspension geometry again. Whether there is something I would feel like very uncomfortable with. What I'm really feeling uncomfortable with is the input lag, but yeah, okay, that one really was sort of hard, but you know, it's a hard track anyway. It's like the Monaco of race circuits without walls. Like there is literally no real time apart from the start-finish straight where you can breathe. If you look at like Singapore, despite this being a street circuit, it got like 3 medium or two medium and 1 major straight boxes lap, where you can easily chill out for a split second, you know. Don't have that here at all, apart from the start-finish straight shit sped. Need to readjust the window here, sorry. Yeah. Well, I hear you, K-Doc, but you know, at the end of the day, those rigs really doesn't mean a lot to your usual performance in that perspective. Can I do a mid-session save? I can't. Crap. Right. With that being done now, have a look at the kart setup real quick.
Our best lap so far is a 1:20.8.
I still have the feeling like I'll I turned down the speech volume of the engineer and it still has like no impact whatsoever. Maybe that is one of those issues. Just doesn't feel too good really. Let's see. Here we go then. Tire management, let's see how that goes on the soft compound, and we drive out.
When you're ready, let's go.
Hey Jack Barlow, how you doing? Nice to see you guys there. Once again, sorry for that big absence time of mine. I had so much stuff to do. I'm still not done yet, but finally I actually found some sweet spot where to do a stream. So we just let that Grosjean car pass. And who else is behind us there? Mr. Vettel. Oh, and a teammate for you. What a traffic out here. So finally we can have a look where the balance is improved or deproved. To me it feels a lot better. I'm just not sure whether it's the tyre compound or the actual setup. But to me it's definitely an improvement. Take a little bit of space. Okay, Fernando's going into box. Means we can start our laps. Basically all we have to do is making that bar go into the purple and actually hit that projected lap time that is given us at the top right. We're 10th behind that after turn 1, but this is no biggie at all. Things are looking okay so far. A little too quick into 5, still 10th behind. It's so easy to really over push these tyres in that area. But this is now the part where we need to make up time and tyre life. Oh, this input lag, I'm missing every apex, it's so annoying. It usually takes me up to 10 or 15 laps to really get used to it. So purple in the first run.
Test complete, and that was a very good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that.
Put the car into lean straight away. Also want to have a look at the gearbox, that it remains intact for the remaining 2 practice sessions. I think it's one of them, yeah, 65% worn. So we'll soon get a new...
That puts us into P8.
Practice gearbox. Practice gearboxes are free anyway. They have some sort of development parts, not being considered part of the restricted area. Box this lap.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
Right. Oh. K-Dog, I'm not too sure about that really. Probably have to compare. It's hard to compare though because I think qualifying was in the wet, so was FP3.
I know it's tempting to focus entirely on the race, but we should put a bit of time aside to run the qualifying sim program. Try to run it before the end of FP3 if you can.
Well, what we're definitely going to do right now is go on with
Checks complete. All personnel be
fuel
aware
save.
we have a car leaving.
Or the fuel program, and I usually should be able to finish that in the first lap. That is usually one of the most easy ones. I'm not jinxing it though yet, so we will see how it will go. And I think I should have some time left for a qualifying run then. The balance of the car definitely has improved as far as I can see. I'm not sure how these people, and by saying this people are not me and my teammates really, but in general, if you look at the setups in time trial, I mean, people can load setups there. I can't drive them. It's like too oversteery to me. Might be worth a go in a good time trial, but really on if I would run them in a race, I would like die immediately. Chat Matt Gamer, how you doing? I'm doing great, thank you. So, some Formula 1 2018 career mode has been on, and we are in fuel management program as we defend from Ricciardo into turn 1. Chat Matt Gamer, thank you so much for your follow up. I appreciate it. Thank you for hosting this stream. On this track actually it's I think quite difficult to save up time and fuel at the very same time, because there's a lot of stop and go. It's not a lot of flat out where you can really lift a lot and stuff. And you really have to gain that time a lot in those corners. Ricardo is still pretty close. The RS deploy is going to be fairly interesting, I can tell you that. We're going around final turn to make this one a purple straight away. Looks good. There you go. So we let
nice,
Ricardo
holding
by.
P6. P6 now.
Basically what happens, Jet, when you run out of ERS is you simply lose the power, so your mode goes, despite your mode will stay in, like say, if that is overtake, you run that all the way down. The moment you hit like 5% on the battery is the moment you lose ERS in that way, so ERS is then being put automatically into none, despite it still says 4. But when there is no energy left, you simply lose electricity.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
And yeah, that will slow you down. It's not that severe, but basically you run it. If you're on ERS mode overtake and you've got no electricity left, that is how the car will behave then. Like the moment I have it right now, since ERS is turned off. There is literally no power on the car. And if you run out of fuel here, it's more like your car turns into a very safe engine mode, so you creep back towards the pits with 1 liter remaining or something, so it's a very, yeah, it's a real safety mode engine. Hey Martin, how you doing? Hope you're feeling fine so far. When is your first race in that F1 Esports Championship? Haven't talked to you for a while, should have done maybe. Shame you haven't been in the expo. Oh, you've done your first 5 hours. Tell me about your thoughts, please. I'm still extremely busy, like, I have some new contacts made on Sim Racing Expo and like actually trying to get them sorted and done. So, qualifying practice program, we got
Standing
3
by.
minutes and something left. That means we can at least go and have 1 attempt. How's your thoughts on the game? What is the first venue for you guys on F1 Esports there? Hey Heine. Basically it's from one of my teammates, but I adjusted it a little bit right now. Well, saying right now was a good 10 or 15 minutes ago. So my teammates usually always drive with ballast 9, and I always swap that to 8, so I have it a little more on the stable side, but it still wasn't stable enough. So I had a mid-corner understeer and I suffered a non-throttle exit oversteer. So I had to swap around in the setup geometry of the suspension. Had to swap around some values and finally it's been fixed. So right now I'm running a hybrid setup between one of my teammates and mine. Well, Martin, not the smartest way to tell on the stream then, but I will keep silent about it, no worries. Turn up the engine power, final turn, so important, I literally jinxed it. Well, let's see what we can do in that qualifying practice program. Team objective top speed was met. Missing that apex, good stuff. Fast sector 1. I think we haven't done it. Let's see if at least we can set a fast sector 2, that would be great. Good God, the rumble strip. I'm not getting down with this stupid input lag, it's such... If you're used to R Factor 2 or iRacing, this is just a complete joke. So, Chatmat Gaming, or Chatmat Gamer, just have a look now on the battery because I will go for additional lap to maybe get a good sector 1 time done.
Program complete and
35% on the battery left.
Excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can talk you through the numbers.
Oh, eventually the program has been finished, but just have a look on it. As we are powering through sector 1 right now. And then you can simply see as soon as we hit 0 on the battery that the power drops. And then have a look at the delta. Oh, the delta will go up. Here we go, 5 to 6%. This is literally not too much of power left. Practice is complete now anyway. Have a look at the delta now at the top then. Probably we won't hit 0 on the battery completely, but once it is that dark blue like it is right now, there is no full power supply. Oh bull. It just put me right here in the straight because practice was done anyway, I'm pretty sure about that. So yeah, once it hits 0 or towards 10% on the battery, really the ERS or the electricity is not there anymore. Yeah, Heine, I think they keep improving the game genuinely, but well, if you think about it, that is the 9th episode of the game, as you said, F1 2011. You know, they could have improved it a lot more than they just did. So I've beaten the AI by over a second. That is a bit weird, to be honest. Okay, Doc, thank you so much. I think the real times are then being hit if you put the AI on 110. Remember, this was FP1 only, though.
Amazing performance out there. You must be really happy.
Yeah, I am.
You were flying in practice. Do you think you can carry this over to qualifying?
That is good. So let's start new aerodynamic development.
Were you struggling for grip, or did you just misjudge some corners?
And nothing on the chassis.
Appreciate your time.
Oh, thank you so much, K-Doc. Appreciate it. I'm pretty sure you will climb up the ladders as soon as you put in some serious practice on that game. Like, practice and having hours on it really contributes to your lap time here. So, some practice programs being done, some good points being gathered. Makes it 429. Oh, we could have had 1,000 if not for the freaking error of the freaking combustion engine upgrade. So, as I said, we're gonna look into the R&D and go for performance, R&D tech. Aerodynamics. Upgrade prices reduced at 20%. Wow. At 20. Insufficient resource points. Okay, we wait. Well, we fairly wait on it. And go on immediately with FP2. Oh, I hear you, Martin. I mean, you see it in the real life, isn't it? The chassis and the aero is a big mesh there. Lol. What is the engine in the Williams? Is it Mercedes? I think it's Mercedes. Alright, we carry on with our programs, which is, well, we did that qualifying pace thing, but we're gonna do ERS management right there, and then we go and do another qualifying trim.
Right now, so take a few laps to get the tyres up to temperature.
And with the tyre of the qualifying run, we take that for the first stint on race strategy program, so we got perfect data for our first stint. Will be as close as the real value it's going to be in the race, so that is what we're looking at. Yes, Heiko, she really is. Sometimes she asks kinda, I don't want to say stupid questions, but kinda questions where I think like, yeah, you know, you just do this. And I'm like, oh, you have been leaving some paint on the walls. What was the problem? And then you can either screw up your chassis department, you can screw up McLaren itself, or you can screw up your aerodynamics department. But there's literally no answer that doesn't screw up anything. Which is a bit weird, and I think is not the way things should be. Oh, that's very nice indeed though, Martin. I think with the Williams this is more than respectable. Oh really? No comment, I haven't seen that yet, to be really fair. So we're starting with non-ERS here. Bring that bar into purple and then work with ERS mode 2 most of the time. Oh shit. Yeah, that was my bad. 6/10. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get them back somewhere without screwing up the bar. Nope. Have to go again.
lap was too slow. You need to find more speed. Make sure to properly utilize your ERS modes.
That looks better. Not perfect, but a lot better. There we go. Just wasn't really doable with a mistake, but here we go. So that is the ERS program being done. That means we swap over for another set of ultra soft and another qualifying try. So we did a
2 laps of fuel remaining.
1:17.0. I'm pretty sure that can be beaten in Sector 1, especially Sector 1. That is where we have another team objective lying around. So as they were asking for an optimal Sector 1 time, we didn't match that. So, yeah. Box this lap.
Right, come in at the end of this lap.
Oh, I haven't looked at the bottom right corner of the screen yet when those interviews turn up. Heine, I do believe that the PC version is a slightly bit faster. At least it has been like this in the past episodes, I think. One might correct me if wrong. Yeah, K-Doc, that might be a valid point, because the PlayStation and stuff definitely got VSync turned on in some way, so that might hamper the performance. No one really knows. Alright, so ERS management is done, but we go out for another qualifying practice program on the ultra soft tire. Start, drive out.
All personnel be aware, car leaving.
So we definitely want to beat that 17.0. For that though, a mid-session save. Nearly forgot about this entirely. How bad this could pan out if you want to go back a few series and see how often the game literally crashed mid-session for no reason. But then you guys see where I'm doing mid-session saves. Target lap time is P5. Should be able to get that done. Yeah, neither did I, K-Doc, neither did I. I might probably be doing okay as long as I'm not driving against the very much pros. Once again, I screwed up the final turn. Keep screwing that up. Carrying a little bit too much speed. Turn 1. Not fast second. Oh, I did fast second through 1. Interesting. Yeah, I don't care about track limits now. I wonder how much tyre life you lose on those curves. Wow, turn 11, nearly flat. Such a blast. Those cars have massive grip still. Coming around, final turn.
Okay, test complete,
In
and
a
that was a very good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable
165.8.
information out of that.
Which might give us provisional pole anyway for that session, or at least winning that session, but it's not over yet. Basically we want to cool down and chill out with the tyres a bit. We're going to need them for our race strategy program. Box this lap.
Pitting this lap then, come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Yeah, honestly, I think the future sim racing will take place on PC though, if it doesn't die. And I can't see really the PC console dying because a PC is just so much more individual. You can do gaming with it, you can do office work with it, you can do so many things with a computer, whereas on the PlayStation I think we're so limited to the gaming branch itself. So it's definitely be interesting to see how some things on the gaming industry will pan out. Alright, so race strategy
Our best lap
program.
so far is a 1 minute 16.5.
We want to do that with the ultra soft set, we just gave it a go on the
Engine fired, we're set.
on the qualifying program. Yeah, okay, dog, I hear you. Those communities literally is being considered as some sort of gaming family, and you want to stick with them by all means. I can understand that a lot. So mid-session save, we're gonna gather some data now for the ultra soft, and then for the, I think the soft tire is the next compound in FP3. Yeah, hi,
There
never.
is a fault to the DRS. You
Oh,
won't be able to
for God's
open the
sake.
rear wing. We're working on a fix. Stay out.
I would love to see that cross-platform, but you know that is a reason of the gate. Not a reason. a problem of the gaming industry still. There's some sort of creating an identical game for two different engines, and then they can be like not matched with each other. We need to find a space to make them a match, or a possibility to get the same engine running on two platforms, so to say. Anyway, we run at mix 3, we always do, so we can boost a lot in the race. We stick with medium here on the bats. And then we're gonna see how much we're harmed by the missing DRS. I think it's no biggie in that program. Really bad in the first sector, I have to admit. Really bad in the chicane. There we go. The slide didn't really help the tyres, and I think it's gonna be the rear tyre in the end that's gonna become wonky first. Or I will lose it on turn 11 at some point. Trying to be smooth and quick at the same time. Sometimes this game is not really straightforward on the way those cars needs to be driven. Half a second though.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused. Your DRS is offline. The rear wing is down, so you can stay out while we work on a fix.
Happily, it's not open with the Saubers at Monza. That would be disastrous if it wouldn't close anymore. Sliding around. So second of 2 laps been done, DRS is enabled again. Another full
Great lap. You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
I'm not really happy with the performance of this Ultra Soft once again. I think I had a struggle with them. Where was it? Why was I struggling so bad on these tyres? Was it Spielberg or was it Hockenheim? Can't remember. But there was one racetrack where I struggled hard with them. Like incredibly hard. Oh shit. Yeah, so that isn't a... Look at the rears. .45% then. I'm pretty sure they are wearing a lot more than they expect to wear them. How far shall I go off the way? Okay, we still tried to make this program purple though, by achieving a green lap time in the 2 remaining laps.
Okay, you weren't quite good enough that lap. Try again.
I might miss too much downforce at the front. Yeah, we're missing way too much there. I don't see a possibility for me to make this purple. Especially not after that chicane. Yeah. Thanks to Mr. Vettel, who was sitting on that stupid boxy lap. We need to abort the program, so we do not get reliable data. It's like if you have just one set of compound with you and you fuck it up, that is no data for your team on that compound for the race. I think that happened to Ferrari the last 2 or 3 races, and it will be interesting to see whether they got the corner on it and turn it around to something really good, or to some better tyre strategies in the future. Anyway, I do believe that marks the end of FP2 for us. So we do have still the tyre, not the tyre management program, but the race strategy program to do in purple. We're gonna do it with a soft tire in the next run. So yeah, also look at the
Car repairs have set us back a little.
at the wear. I'm having way too much tire wear in the rear. I feel, you know what?
So far, our fastest lap is a 1:16.5.
I'm gonna keep it with that. Alright, anyway, we got all resource points being done. Maybe we can swap the programs around and see whether we can do like track acclimatis, not track acclimatis, what am I saying? The race strategy with soft compounds. I want to have a fresh one. I don't have. Anyway, drive out.
All clear the garage, please. Car ready to leave.
Because there might still be a change. We got an ultra soft left for FP3, which means we could retry running the exact same program with a new setup and see whether the overall balance is improved for the race then. Because what you definitely do not need is rear tyres giving up on these cars on that track. Too hard. Jesus Christ, I'm doing so crap driving. Pretty sure I took a lot of performance out of the car with those two setup changes. Despite the Delta is now showing really good.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
Okay, Doug, I actually love Kota. It's a very difficult track in that perspective, so we got more possible lines than other racetracks, you know, so you can have a lot of variety. Look how the helicopter is following the racetrack. Wow, never saw that before. Have a look at the helicopter at the top. Here's the chicane. And then it stops flying here over the track and starts all over again from the beginning, but it literally covers all the first sector, very much above the racetrack. So there's Carlos Sainz now, Sainz. Happily going into the pits. So we can have a go for our next lap then.
Great lap. You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
We can only just make it purple altogether there, I think. Still not perfect, the car balance, but it's sort of manageable. First time ever I come down this turn 3 in that program in the green rather than in the red. Nearly lost it. Holy shit, that was close. Tires. Okay, not entirely done yet, so we need to do the final 2 laps. Oh, and I think time-wise we're not gonna make it. Will we make it? Oh, we might make it. Yeah, there's 2 additional laps in for us to make this program a purple one. And then there will be that report to that female saying, oh, you left some scratches on the wall today, didn't you?
That lap was no good. We need you to improve on that.
Going to be a fairly interesting chart to see when we go into race din analysis and looking at lap times and tyre wear and stuff.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
.119.9, we just might be able to do a final lap there after that one, just for the sake of it.
Just 30 seconds left in the session.
Copy. Let's see how much slower this soft tyre is. Compared to the ultra soft. Just 16.5 with it. Now we did a super spin with it.
Mind that front wing. It'll need replacing if it takes too much damage.
Oh. Hold on. Where can I look back? Oh no, for the mode, for God's sake. I want to look into different cameras. Is it so difficult? Just simply leave it. Simply drove into the back of me. Not sure what he did there. I mean, I haven't been out of what does it say? Out of not entirely been blameless, to say the least, but
Okay, take it easy on the car. We can't sustain this level of damage. Box
Level
this
of
lap,
damage?
please. Box this lap.
what is damaged? Is it the fuel? Ah, yeah, we're out of fuel. So that is the low fuel mode now, where you can give it full throttle but nothing happens. So once if Chatmat Gamer is watching this stream again, you know, we'll see what happens if you run out of fuel. Fair enough. I'm happy to get a fresh coffee in after the end of FP2. Definitely gonna do that 2 or 3 minute break again before we head into FP3 and then into qualifying and into the race of the Hungarian Grand Prix in that career mode of myself. Got before that, we definitely want to get on.
As all the cars are now over the line, your top three again.
So look at that,
are
Daniel
Mitchell,
Ricciardo just
Ricciardo,
half a
and
second off
Lewis
this
Hamilton.
time, so it's
That-
gonna get closer and closer. Interesting. Oh, I
Good
forgot.
day today. Tell us about it from your perspective.
Come, where's the paint on the
You
wall?
really put a lot of effort into practice today. Are you testing new components?
We had durability. Yep.
You had an incredible pace in practice. Would you say that you're pretty comfortable with the car?
Aero pack is fantastic. Get more,
Great. Well, that's everything.
maybe more discount on the research would be great. So we had a 920 points last time for the costs. Let's see what we get this time then. As we go into the R&D tree real quick. Well, I'm already starting on the coffee machine, so the break doesn't take too long. As we see the number of resort starter points we get, so happily we go over the 1,000. I think so at least. While not seeing it. No, I can now come back and see 999. 980. So we didn't go over the 1,000. But we do have fairly enough to get our research and development program going on for the aerodynamics. They give us 20% price reduced. That is perfect. So look at that. Instead of 1,150 and 920 points, 3 weeks of development, we leave it with 60 points here. So we put in a lot of effort into the car's performance. And this is the point of time where I grab myself a new coffee because, well, FP2 is done, Friday's done, so we head over to Saturday. And with that being done, I take a little break. And I'm not even speaking of which should simulate the transition between Friday and Saturday, but basically it does. It's just Michi things, you know. Also need that break a little bit for concentration. It's just the usual 2 minutes. So what else is going on this week? I do think we have P1 gaming coming up this weekend, saying a P1 gaming 12 hours of Sebring, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm going to drive a P1 car. Not a P1, and it's an LMP3 or P. I can't actually remember. Well, of the new Endurance pack from R Factor 2. Teammates gonna be Devon Brown and Boyan Bogdanov. We're going hard on a Saturday there. Before we then have to do further practice for VEC starting in 2 weeks, and I think there's the final race of FSR in 2 weeks as well. So this is going to be 2 hard weeks coming up there. And before you keep asking, like, where has Michi Hoyer been in FSR recently? Well, there have been some issues on the one side, my end, and also some, let's say, very convenient situations in the team championship, as well as in the rules, that allowed us to to take a political decision and a team strategy decision to let Robin Panzer go for 2 rounds. Because I still do have a 10-place crit penalty, and actually I was unavailable for the 2 other weekends for driving and testing a lot. So that is the reason why I have not been seen in not in iRacing and FSR this last 2 races. So championship is still open as far as I know. We're still waiting on an appeal to be finished. And well, title decider will come down in the final race then, which is Interlagos. But that is just future music right now. So we're going into FP3. It's Saturday meanwhile. So yeah, we're trying to do and hopefully have available another ultra soft set to do another qualifying practice. Oh, for God's sake. Race strategy. Surfed. Okay. Well, now
It's
look.
going to be a real test of all your skill here. The Hungara ring requires real precision and commitment. You're going to have to really trust the car, so make sure you spend some time getting it set up in a way that you're happy with.
Well, all I can do here is drive out one lap and then skip this session. And that is literally what I'm going to do. Because it's quite pointless to drive laps and laps and laps around here. Just goes down on the material, since a few parts like the battery system and stuff is always going to be used in the race and in the same practice. So all we basically do is one lap, so we do have a result. Or we do 2 laps, so we get this result. Of course we want to have it a little bit high up the leaderboards. Pretty used set of tires, I think. Yep. Gonna be easy to not wear them down. Well, Heine, that is exactly what I mean. That is something that would definitely not work on the PC engine. When saying engine, I mean the physics engine, obviously. Okay, so here we are. Meanwhile, as you can see, we got the race gearbox in. So we should take it a bit easy on it. 27%. Not as much grip here as on the Ultra. Probably also because of the reduced front wing for more rear end tire wear, like a better improved rear end tire wear. Definitely costing us some momentum. I still should expect the lap times to be 17 mid. Well, with that mistake now a high 17. I really should be able to deliver that.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
A low 80, a high 80. Wow. Alright, let's go again then. Have at least 5 laps driven and I'll be good. Do I have enough of fuel? Yeah, 4 laps. I'm pretty happy on the penalty I will now get. Can't you just move? I'm pretty sure we'll get a penalty for that. So, getting a bit of energy into the battery. I think Ocon will screw me over anyway. There we go. Okay. With that being done then, I think tyres are done anyway. Box this lap.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
Want to see the input lag? The real only input lag? Here we go. I think you guys will be able to see what I'm doing on the wheel and what the wheel in-game is doing. I have like literally no feel whatsoever in that camera position. Everything you do there is just off everything. So, whatever lap time we have there, we take it and see what things happen there in the end. Probably will be no good anyway. And if you guys got any further questions, just want to know something anyway, feel free to just simply ask in the chat. Yes, Hein, I'm still on a Logitech G29.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1 minute 18.7.
So we still have a little bit too much tyre wear, as we can see here on the graph, but maybe we do fine in the race anyway. I mean, that's all you can really hope for. So we sit here, look for lap time sheets. Remember, a 16.8 of Daniel Ricciardo being the quickest in FP2 behind us. So target in qualifying definitely is low 16, if not a high 15. P8 looks to be alright in the end. We stay there.
An interesting
And we do
session
so.
there, then. Let's remind ourselves.
Alright, so the short qualifying's coming up. I haven't had a look at the weather yet. I'll just simply go over them real quick because it's pointless to have a look at them anyway. Messages, weather forecast, everything dry, looks good. Okay, so I think here we go. Nothing else to do here.
We hope you're looking forward to today's qualifying in Hungary as much as we are. We think it's going to be a...
Hey, Sadus. I want to just see something real quick. Oh, okay. Right, here we go. Go to track. Fresh set of ultras, yep. We drive out.
Everyone ready? Okay, let's go.
And then we go into qualifying then. So, low 16 is the lap time we're looking for. And we also want to look on the tyre wear to be not too high when we come back to the pits. So we take it really easy on the out lap. Turn up the mix to rich into max. Overtake mode. Now we go half hour lap. Such a bad turn 3, it's a joke. Oh, definitely need to improve this lap here. Corner 17.6. So there you go, definitely need that 16 low to be up in the top 5. At least that's what I'm expecting of myself. I think we're doing quicker than Raikkonen. .1 for Raikkonen, 15.9.
Fantastic. That was the fastest
for
lap.
us. And it's still so much time to fine and improve. There's Fernando in P3. I think he's on an out in lap as well.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Box this lap.
Understood, stopping this lap.
There's so much time to find. There is literally a 15.5 could be at stake. Ghosting in the pit lane because the teammate is being pulled back. Oh, that's very nice indeed. Still outside the garage. Vital seconds to be lost in qualifying if you screw up everything if that happens at the wrong moment. Okay, so session info, setup, kart setup, new ultra soft, come out. Go to track, but drive out.
All complete. Mechanics, please stand clear. We're ready to go.
So the second try. It's a joke how loud those fans are yelling, and you have that one voice that is sounding like a singing voice in the background. I think you guys know exactly which one I mean. Okay, there's some cars coming from behind them. Isn't it clever to cause yellow flags for others? Alright, second try. Turn and mix into full, engine up into overtake.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
Look how bad this turn 3 was, easily up to 300s. Purple S1. Understeer in 5. A lot better on that chicane. Nearly 3 turns up. A bit wide here on 11. Coming around final turn, and it's a 15.463.
That's the fastest lap so far. Well done.
So That is a good job so far. Definitely the improvement I was looking for. I would still say we scrapped the 10th and turn 11. Driver behind.
Vettel behind. Their best lap time is a 1:16.0.
Wow, half a second gap between me and Vettel. So yeah, if someone's coming in now saying why you're racing 105%, I can agree. However, the McLaren has quite developed, so we're up at the title fight. That is a surprise to me. Like after the first 3 or 4 races, I was like, I gotta be happy if I can win one race. I don't want to lose that lap time, don't you? Yeah, so even with being so slow, I gained half a tenth during the apex alone. So looking at 5% of tyre wear, this looks good for our race set. 6%, okay, fair enough. As long as the rear is not too badly damaged. So we're waiting for them to pull us back. Session info. Take a set of ultras. Just 4 cars out there right now.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1:15.4.
So this is now where the track becomes busy. Want to go to track, want to drive out.
Checks complete.
Really
We're ready.
did a mistake now. So fresh set of ultras. It's a do or die. I'll try to put in a quicker lap time without damaging the tyres even more. We'll see what we can do then. Two minutes left in qualifying, so whatever is coming behind us now needs to stick behind us. Latin by signs probably was not really right, but nevertheless there's Verstappen.
That's P2. You're currently in second place.
What? Hülkenberg?
The rear wing is stuck open. We need you to pit in so we can try to repair it. Pit in for repairs.
Okay, open DRS for infinite speed. So Hülkenberg got pole.
Are you okay? That was a big one. Confirm you're okay, please.
Well,
You need to pit in. Your DRS is stuck open. We need you to pit for repairs.
a 15-0. You got to be kidding me. DRS is stuck open. That is so scripted. Well, that is what is, you know, the game suddenly comes up with such a lap of an AI. Last time, or where was it? I think it was Spielberg, where suddenly Alonso got pole, and I was like, what? And even now, Hülkenberg in pole position. Where he got that lap from?
So qualifying is complete and we're all set for an exciting
Look at
race
that!
tomorrow.
Alonso, P2, 3.
Hülkenberg, Mitchell and Fernando Alonso. Goodbye for now then, but
But
we're
what
ready to just get
Hülkenberg
it
has done
started.
of like
Make
no
sure to
idea.
join us again for lights out
1 second
tomorrow.
quicker than a Ferrari. Legit. Nah. This game is weird sometimes, I can tell you. Was so happy and so lucky to beat Fernando Alonso, so that was very important for the rivalry going on between him and me. There you go. 27 and 28, so a clean race for me will make me to the top on that. Fair 165 points. A good reputation everywhere. Actually, I'm looking for a sneak good reputation of Mercedes. Right.
I think we can call that a successful
Straight ahead into the
qualifying.
race.
We should be in with a good
Nothing else to do. Right here. I love the sound coming up.
It's always wonderful to come back to the lively Hungary ring. A popular destination this, we're almost ready to go there. This is what the starting grid looks like.
You managed to qualify better than we expected yesterday, so let's do the same again today.
What's that position of the safety car? Can I somehow zoom in? Shit, I can't. Look at the safety car. I mean, yes, I do have low graphics, but might be a bit cheeky now. Just to show off. Wait for it. Unless the game doesn't die. There we go. What is that safety car? I mean, the graphics haven't been improved at all. Was a big mistake. Okay. The graphic options. Advanced video mode. We go back to medium. That's what I usually do have. Dun, 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 dun. What is this safety car really? But okay, we start the race then.
Right, let's get the car up to temperature on this lap. We're learning the gears, so go through them all if you can.
We're in the formation lap with Fernando in P3. Yeah. You would
Radar
think
is
it
clear.
did.
Weather is looking good for now.
That's good news. My only real chance is a huge dive bomb into turn 1, to be honest. Other than that, I really need to be close, but I do think that the Renault is not as powerful as well, like as we would have a Ferrari or something in the back. So I hope Fernando is doing a good job on the start. Not good enough to catch us, but good enough to save us from the quick cars then. Give us a lap or two time to overtake Hülkenberg, and then we need to vanish into distance. But first, start is very important. So first things first, focus on the start then. Nice engine sounds coming up.
The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
Oh, they fixed that. I would like to have an onboard view of that incident again, to be honest. That was very bad. Oh, we got Raikkonen behind already. Yeah. So it's not like worst case has been met, but I was definitely looking for a different match plan.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
Is there any damage on the car? Happily not. Also not sure whether this is still a considered a clean race, which I think is the team objective, a massive result.
Virtual safety car, virtual safety car. Reduce speed immediately and keep a positive delta.
I hate virtual safety car.
Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace. VSC ending, we're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags. DRS is now enabled and will be available to use when you are within 1 second of the car ahead in the DRS zone.
Rear end tyres lit up massively due to that one slide. So we're looking to go like low on power. Whatever is going on there in the background really does good to me.
Let's turn up the ERS deployment and burn some of this energy.
We have so much in the back. Oh yeah, we do. I want to keep it a medium though. Hey there. We've got one Ferrari behind
the pit
now.
window. You'll be on the softs.
Lap 4 is too early. Despite those tyres look yellow. We need to stretch them for at least another 1 or 2 laps. See if we can burn out a quickest lap. Purple has 1, looks good. Purple has 2. Remember, we need those fastest laps in our rivalry. We want to look strong just for once. So this is lap 5 coming up now. Gap to Raikkonen is increasing.
Fernando's in for his stop. We're leading our teammate by 4.4 seconds.
Well, I don't think that undercut will make it work. As long as we don't lose it completely on the move bus. Which are now starting to get slippery. Who am I racing?
Okay, here's who we're really fighting today. Ricciardo and Alonso.
Box this lap.
Okay, box, box, box. We're adjusting the strategy. Come in this lap. You have a lot of wing damage. Box for a new one.
Oh yeah, this goes really well. Oh, for God's sake. No. For God's sake. And there we go with our, interesting that this is no safety car, by the way. So Raikkonen just simply smashed into us.
Your lap times are falling off. We want you to pit in for repairs. Box, box, box.
So that is basically our rivalry lost. Rivalry chance lost, and also championship. on the table here. How is that not being a safety car? How? That was like debris everywhere. Oh no, I got a penalty. I got a penalty. How did I get a penalty? For that incident.
Complete, go now. Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
Dead last with like 0 chance to get back into points, I believe. But we will see. I would really need a safety car. What's the gap to the car ahead? 70.5. Nope.
Increase ERS deployment. It's time to use some of this charge.
That race will cost me so much on the reputation.
We pretty much burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down.
I will be amazed if I'll still make it to points. And the championship now has just become that little bit harder. I really plan to save 25 for here then.
The car ahead has come in and fitted the soft tyre.
I still do not believe how I got a 5-second penalty for that collision when Raikkonen smashes into me. That definitely costs me the clean race team interest thing. And a 500 resource points for better McLaren. And this is an expensive race so far.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up.
Can we have a safety car, please? Just a random one. I mean, that McLaren is not too bad. I'm gaining a 3-4 seconds on Sirotkin every lap, but by the time I can catch up to points without damaging the McLaren on what it's trying to sweep through the field, it's just 10 laps to go. Another second taken away in that sector. coming out of 6 seconds. Gap is now down to 3.5. Just too aggressive with those ultra soft. I hate them tyres. Them ultra softs are so bad. I struggle with them a lot in the other race there. One, I need to make it into DRS. By that driving standard. Rear
We're
tyres
catching the car ahead, but
not
be
going to
aware that
last
these
very long.
tyres need to last till the end of the race.
Ray is very much right about that. And now I start to get stuck, we will see. See exactly where they are so slow.
Nice move. Good job.
Well, there's the next car ahead then. Two other one. Yeah, without a safety car, no way I'm going to get back into the points. Just looking up the cars on the tracker there. And now P17. Position is now in P3, turn 3. No way I'm gonna make it without an SC. And even with one, it's gonna be very, very difficult. Love to beat Grosjean though.
Gap to car in front is 2.2 seconds.
Please crash ahead and cause a safety car. Oh yeah, we'll get the penalty for that 5 seconds or something. Wasn't the best of moves anyway. 15 then. Ericsson ahead. Five laps to go. But Ericsson is like gone for good, I think.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining. We're trailing our teammate by 21.0 seconds.
Hey Jet Matt. Well, the McLaren's average. I would probably go for Force India or Renault to have a bit of a challenge, but to like steadily go into points. Maybe a Red Bull, depending on your performance or the AI.
We advise moving to Mix 2, fuel to Mix 2.
No way. Tyres are gonna hit critical conditions towards the end of the race. .8 seconds on Ericsson. Not sure if there's still anyone that needs to box. But if that guy is on the Ultra then, good guys. That's about it then. Yeah, Haas will be a good opportunity as well, probably. Yeah, rears are already starting to slide. 4 more laps to go.
Our gap behind is 5.5 seconds.
Well, depending what AI level you take, I think yes. Remember that when you're in the Mercedes, they want you to win championship and stuff. So whichever team you pick, there's going to be some sort of adequate team objective.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
2 more positions, that's I think all I can do. Not sure if it started raining. It looks like a bit very much cloudy at least. So 1 DRS move definitely required here. Okay, no DRS move. Thanks to the brake check. 2 more laps. Or in other words, 1 more shot. Driving is not really smart right now. I need that DRS so desperately. I'm also pleased without spinning the car.
This is your final lap of the race.
They bring out the virtual safety car for nothing, but when leaders crash out and like 5 cars are involved, there is not even a VSC. F1 2018, the official video game. Just as stupid as real FIA as well. Oh, no chance. Not really sure where I shall go for that dive. Here maybe. And Vettel, the championship rival, #1, is winning that race. Couldn't have been worse. Yep, they did.
Sorry about that. I guess they can't all go to plan. Bring her in. We'll go over what happened in the debrief.
Here's up. So, here they come now, out onto the podium.
Very useless.
Here's how things look in the
Where is Grosjean P10? Well, not gonna look at the championship points, or we'll do in the debrief.
Great work out there today. How do you think it went?
Yeah, pretty well, didn't it?
Do you think your rival learned from his battle with you?
Yep.
It wasn't the cleanest race today, was it? Well, thanks anyway.
No worries. Alright, here we are then. Awaiting rivalry points. There we go. We lost that one. We didn't make that one on Alonso. We made that one on Grosjean. Penalty free. Okay. Last time around, Alonso got a 5-second penalty in the race, and he was still being considered penalty free. Alright. Let's have a look on results points then. We don't get clean. If that is a clean race, I don't understand it. Ah, there you go. We failed that one. And now look at the reputation being ripped apart. Jesus Christ. Okay.
What on earth was that performance?
Oh, we need to start new contract negotiations. Okay.
Your results
So here we go then.
So pay more attention. Too many races like that.
Restart new contract negotiations. That is what they give
Here you can see
us.
the current deal. Once negotiations begin, the team will make you an offer. You can accept if you like, but I strongly suggest we push for better
Expected
terms.
race position. Race is usually always easier. I want a 75 resource bonus points, pit stop efficiency level 1. Let's simply see what they think about that.
They didn't
Okay,
like those
too
turns.
much.
Let's try again.
So we go back with one here.
Okay, that proposal
Okay.
looks good. It seems all parties are
Well,
happy
at
with the
least
deal,
we improved
so it'll
something,
commence the
isn't
next
it?
race weekend.
Alright, have a look at the rivals then. Nothing I can do here, it seems. Okay.
We've received invitations to new historic events. You'll
We're
be able
gonna
to
do
choose
the
whether or not to
invitational event
participate
real
before the
quick
end of this
after
weekend.
setting on the new R&D in progress. Who has a good morale? I don't think they have. But I heard that simultaneously engineering is possible. That means department capacity is reached. Oh no, not we didn't. We shortened the Okay, yeah, we shortened stuff. Upgrade price is reduced. I keep them 800 points of durability is alright since we fixed that problem anyway. So, let's go with the invitational event then, which is the Renault 2. Mexico or Bahrain short overtake challenge, a time attack. I'm more on for an overtake challenge.
We take a break from the...
Yes, chat, I will do so. So the Renault 206 Bahrain International Circuit, time limit 4:55. Overtake 12 opponents. This begins with a rolling start. Okay. Can immediately restart the session, so we need to brake and dive bomb a lot later. Oh shit, I forgot about the short. Nah. Okay, this time we're doing it. Some would say at least we didn't crash yet. I like the fact that you can have some goes in those elder cars, but on the other hand, I'm like, what's the point, you know? You can't really drive them online, I think, I'm not sure. And then you might not even find the grip for it. Yeah, I agree with you, chat. I agree so much. So 5 overtakes done, and reaching the halfway point of the time. Thank you, Davide. Slingshot pass on the rate, come on. Seven of 12 been done. 5-1 for Clark. The lockup wasn't intended really. So we dive bomb him another time. Moreno. Too far back, I believe. Okay, that's allowed then. Yes, chat Matt, I do esports. If you want to check out, feel free to visit www.facebook.com/HoyerMichi for my official Facebook page. That's where you can contact me. So, as you can see on my shirt, oh, stop talking. As you can see on my shirt, I'm racing for Asia Saxby. So 11. Can to make 2 more. I would have loved to overtake 13. You know what, guys? I just want to do it again, just for the sake of it. Do less mistakes and overtake 14 cars then. Restart that session, I just want to do it. Just hyped now. This car is so easy to drive and it's so much fun. So we're also looking into less brake fires at the front. Okay, well, putting it into neutral was bad. I don't have that in R Factor 2 because I have a neutral button set. James, I have not been online at all. Okay, so here we go. We're now in a hunt. Later bets, we're gonna make it 14 cars. too far back for a dive bomb, surely. So we dive him around the outside of 2 into 3. And Moreno we might get on the back straight then. Very nice job indeed. Larson around the outside of 12. Yep. Oh, you got German cousins, interesting. So yeah, I'm basically from Germany, so where are you from, Matt? And we're going for P6, which is Schill. And brakes. Minute 13 to go for 2 additional. There's a bunch of 3-4 cars up ahead there. Are them the leaders? No. Leaders right up at the front. Still might make it though. If we can make them squat of 3 up ahead, pass really quick and easy, we might actually have a good chance on them. We might all get them on the way to the final turn. P2, here we go. A minute for the lead. Wow. I'll see you. Well, 17 cars overtaken, 20 seconds to go. Whoop whoop. Last time we made it around here, so that is a 14-second improvement just from not going off too much. Don't think we'd get like a super bonus for that drive. Looks good though. Great stuff. So we advanced that, and I think we straight away go over to Spa-Francorchamps, which is gonna be the next race of our season. When that is going to happen, I'm gonna tell you over the streams. Yes, chat Matt, I got force feedback on to a certain extent. I can show you the settings real quick. They are already into that FP1 now, but here we are. So controls, control schemes, edit. That is my force feedback settings here. So make sure you turn down the wheel dumper, because that just makes the wheel stiff. Other than that, yeah, feel free to run different values here. It's just about personal liking very much. Yeah. Chat. Anyway, I would like to see you maybe on my Facebook page or something. Have a little chat with me. So find me at www.facebook.com Hoyer Michi, or well, just basically look for the name. Basically from Germany. Yeah, I know. Basically is like 100 times basically. We could play that bingo game, you know? At some point I'm gonna bring out a booklet with bingo. It's like, to be totally honest, if I'm honest with you, basically, actually, Jesus Christ, stuff like that. We should make a bingo sheet, that's for sure. So we play stream bingo at some point. That's actually quite a good idea, I think. Could be fun. So guys, thank you so much for watching today. I'm not sure whether there's anything else happening Since it's Monday, I should have my Patreon only setup guy in iRacing, but I'm not too sure yet whether this is really happening. So if you guys want to join the Discord server, feel free to do so. Chat Matt, I can hear you, but if you want to get in touch with me, Hoyer Michi at avidchronicracing.com, or look at the YouTube. I got better descriptions there, since I need some help on the mixer side of life. I need to improve that a little bit. But yeah, that basically is the end of today's show. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support, and I hope this didn't take too long. Usually those streams of career mode is gonna take the piss out of you time-wise, but oh well, what you gonna do? I think that those practice sessions are sometimes really enjoyable, and also makes the flavor out of this career mode. You know, you work in 1.5 hours for a good setup, and then you spin it around in a chicane, and in the end you come 13th, just like today. So yeah, if you guys wanna join the Discord server, feel free to do so. Once again, it's in the YouTube description of this video. Probably not on the SimPit. You're gonna find the link for the SimPit Pit Crew channels there. But on my YouTube, you're gonna find that, guys. If you like what you see, hit that like button, share, subscribe, tell your friends, bring them on the show, bring them to the SimPit, bring them to my channel. So yeah, let's see if I can do more videos in the future, since it has been quite silent around me for the last couple of weeks because of Sim Racing Expo and other stuff going on in my life. Guys, thank you so much for watching. This is the SimPit. I'm Michi Hoyer, and I'll see you guys out on track.